Welcome, friends, welcome to our home. Sit by the fire and warm up your bones. Is it wet outside? Is it cold and dark? Of course it is. You're in Wintermark, home of the winter folk, scions of the storm. We're hardy and we're practical, we're savage and we're tactical, and loyal to a fault when your back is up against the wall. For the Empire, none more loyal and damn proud of it. We gave it our laws, we gave it the Senate, we gave it bloody scarsins, but let's not dwell on it. 3 people, 1 nation. Sounds confusing, let me give an explanation. 3 into 1 made stronger as a whole. From alliance was formed our nation's soul. Now it's said we're bloodthirsty and that we're too aggressive, and it's true, but we're trying to be a little more progressive. Look at Sigvald there, the most civil man that I know. It's been 3 days since he fucked a war rhino. You don't get us, I can see it in your eyes, but we're 7 kinds of special, so it comes as no surprise. Let me break it down, take it one by one, and tell you of our people through the medium of song. Cause when the war drums sound and the empire calls and the banners rise and the axe blow falls and a nation sings its battle song, 10,000 voices rise as one, and we sing for the Steiner, sing for the Suak, sing for the Calabasian, sing for the Mark, sing for the Steiner, sing for the Suak, sing for the Calabasian, sing for the Mark. Down from the tundra, out of the snow, where even the Wintermark is fear to go, from Ika's tears to the howling gale of Sidanya. Ice walkers, beast stalkers, masters of the riddle and the fireside tale, with eyes so sharp and minds so cunning, they'll kill you with the arrow that you never saw coming. It's the Suak! Heart of the nation, born on the ice floes, forgotten more lore than anyone else knows. When the storm breaks and the foemen stir, you'll see that real heroes wear fur. Cause when the war drums sound and the empire calls and the banners rise and the axe blow falls, then a nation sings its battle song. 10,000 voices rise as one, and we sing for the Steiner, sing for the Suak, sing for the Calabasian, sing for the Mark, sing for the Steiner, sing for the Suak, sing for the Calabasian, sing for the Mark.
Hello, everybody. We is here. We is back. We are doing this thing. We are going to do our very best to help newish players, new players, old players, as they try to come to Empire. I don't know how to do that. I hope everyone's doing all right. Hello, chat. How are we all? I hope you are all good. I hope you're all looking forward to the Reapers this weekend. I know I am. I'm very much looking forward to turning up and sitting down and not doing a great deal. If anyone is going to it and has a walking stick, that'll be wonderful. So, holla. Hello, Daniel. How are you doing? Also tired. Everyone's tired. Helen's on the beginning of she's almost halfway through a 9-day working week. So, Shaz Lucas. Hello. Good evening. How are you doing? Welcome to whatever this is. I don't know what this is. But I hope everybody enjoyed the stream on Friday. It was lovely to chat battle bits and everything. 5 days, did you say? Yes. Yes. 5 days until Reapers. Saturday. So looking forward to that. It's going to be good. Good thing. Went to the gym yesterday. I forgot what muscle were, and now they hurt. Well, yes. Caught up on the rest of it yesterday. Great. It was good fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm very grateful to Claire for everything that she has done. For getting people to chat to me, basically. Because, I mean, nobody really wants to talk to me otherwise. Can you blame them? So, yeah, I've really enjoyed these streams. And there's a load more coming up as well. And, obviously, the potential at E1 for me to turn up on a Wednesday and do a load of filming as well, which is going to be really good. It was a great stream. It was really, really good. I've been chatting to them, so they're going to be coming back on. Funnily enough, we've got 4 streams planned for that. So I can just notice it's all sparkly around here, whereas the whereas the thing the filter hasn't quite kicked in properly. So let me try to fix that. No, that's too much. Who knows? That might work. That might not. We don't know. I'll move over here. Let's see what happens. I'm just eating. I'll get back to work after. Yes, we fed you last week. Yeah, it was really good. I'm looking forward to doing. I love doing them all, and I'm hoping that they're informative to people. The questions always help, which is wonderful to have. Has that helped? No, that's just made it worse, isn't it? That's made it even worse. Who knows? Who knows? Let's just try it down here. See if that does anything. Oh, that's terrible. Oh well, it's decided it's not wanting to work today. So, fuck it. Yeah, they're really good. I'm loving the questions that we're getting from people. I'm loving everything that the interactions and stuff that it's causing and stuff. Evening, you lovely bunch of weirdos. Hello, Maury. How are you doing? So I'm trying new things to make the streams look. So I don't want to say professional because I'm not professional. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. So, but I wanted to make it look a little bit cleaner, I guess. So I hope you're all well. Good to see you, man. Long time no see. Welcome. I hope you're doing all right. Yeah, I just want to make it look a little bit neater. So we've got to learn how to point properly. So we've got this up here now. So a little sub goal and stuff. Because I think the most we've ever reached is 110. And that. So that's a nice little thing. So, and been getting a lot of abuse from people telling me that I should do a fundraiser so I can actually kit myself out properly. But I prefer to do stuff for other people. So, yeah. So, but we're here. So, new players. This is what we're going to be here to talk about. So that's just ticked over to 45. I saw that happen. But the alert thing hasn't happened yet. So unless someone's done it anonymously, I think it still pops up though. That's odd. But still, we're at 45, so thank you very much. Yeah, to whoever subbed, thank you very much. So, the reason we're all here and the reason that all of this started in the first place was obviously new players and trying to help people out. And last week, we had Carla and Beth obviously have said they were asking questions in chat, and so Carla is a brand new player. We will be getting Carla on to come and do a reverse Q&A thing. There we go. That was me. Not sure if it doesn't work. If it's yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. That's perfect. Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate it. 21 months. You're a fool. So that's new players. That means it must be a countdown to E1. What are we down to now? So 3 days. So 80 days? 81 days? Give or take? Not too sure. But there's a lot going on. 11 weeks. Ouch. Ouch. You're just getting out of the bath. Some of you have to picture that now. 11 weeks, 80 days. Hello, Miss Penner. How are you doing? Reeby? Bolum? Enough time to go around the world. Exactly. So I figured that with the questions for what we wish we knew before we started and all of those, it would be a good idea to do this sort of stream. Okay, working on a collab portrait of our new Empress. I would love to see you do a really in detailed stick figure drawing. Like with this wonderful background and a stick figure in the middle. I don't know why. It would just make me chuckle, I think. Because you're so talented. It would be really good just to see that. Commission me! Oh, if only I had money. Hope you're feeling a bit better. I'm doing well. I'm doing alright. Compared to last week, I'm so much better. I really am. I'm in a lot less pain. The swelling's going down. So yeah, I'm definitely heading in the right direction. So thank you very much for asking, but really means a lot. So yeah, so we're doing well. So what I figured that this could be is, so obviously we'll talk about everything. Oh, the other thing I should mention as well is that I've had a little bit of a fix around on the YouTube channel. All the streams are going to go up in their entirety as always, but Helen is going to also edit them down a little bit. I'm the stick man. The stick man can't see you. Is Helen's going to edit the streams down to get rid of all of my tangents and to make it so it actually looks like it's proceeding as it should. So, and because she's a madman. Yes, very, very much so. Pete as well. Thank you. So up to 40, 45 still. Should be 46. Something's gone wrong somewhere. But thank you. Yes, there'll be usable content is now going to become a YouTube short. Exactly, Volan. Still a podcast length short. Yeah. I think she's working through one at the moment, and we've got rid of. I think she'll get rid of about half an hour off of each stream. So it was going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, nearly got a hype train. Awesome. Thank you, Pete. I hope you're doing all right, mate. Yeah. So what I figured we'd do is we'll go through. Still sounds about right, yeah. What we'll do is we'll go through one point at a time, things that we wish we knew. And then chat, obviously, we'll go through. This is why I put chat up, so we can see all the stuff that's going on there. Perhaps we should do a fundraiser to commission anonymous gifter. Thank you very much, anonymous gifter. You to that person. Yoru Blair AU. That one. So yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, so we'll go through. So we get any suggestions and things like that, we'll just go through it all. And Salt as well. Love it. Thank you so much. Looks like I'm wearing a little hat, doesn't it? It's not the wisdom hat. Where is... Oh, the wisdom hat's over there. I'll have to wear it put it on at some point. That's level 2. That's amazing. Thank you so much. He does care. We love Salt. We love you too, Bolan. Yeah, so chat can suggest stuff, I'll suggest us. We'll talk through it all, and then we'll put it... Then we'll see how it all fits in. I'm just making sure I put my phone on silent, which I hadn't. See, I'm remembering. And that's where we go. So I think the first thing that we'll say is the first thing that I wish I knew when coming to Empire. Well, I suppose doing Fest LARPing in general, going to be a juicy chunk to cut out of this one so far. Thank you, hun. Just wanted you to be honest. Clearly it backfired. It was a lovely gesture, Salt. You lovely, endearing human being. You're a wonderful man. Is the weather. You're always aware of the weather. Fuck off. It means so much. So you're always aware of the weather and everything that we do, and we always plan for the weather, regardless. But when it comes to Empire, or I should say LARP in general, you never really, well, to start off with, Socks, just like, no, you are 100% correct there, and we will touch on it, and for about 3 or 4 seconds, and then I'll avoid the subject altogether. So, thank you so much. Cobblewaven just followed. Wonderful, thank you. And we have some bits. This is totes amazing. I love this. And Joe's subscribed as well. 24 months. We're getting there. We're doing well. So I am built on socks. This is very much true. I need to move this thing up from above my head because, you know, I just have to. There you go. I'll put it there. Or biltong. Yeah. So when it comes to the weather's the massive thing, because it can be gloriously sunny. As we know, Matt P has his wonderful weather machine. And I just wanted to throw salt out room. Yeah. So Matt P has his wonderful weather machine, and we're all very much working for it. So when we get there, even though it says it's going to be glorious sunshine, there's a 1% chance of rain. We know that 1% chance of rain is going to become 100% chance of rain, and the site's going to flood. So definitely will. So I got a video that I put up onto Instagram of when we had that torrential downpour for like 10 minutes, where we had like 3 hours worth of rain in a matter of minutes. That was great. So it's always worth, I think, preparing for all eventualities. It could be glorious sunshine, it could be 30 degrees, it will still be freezing cold at night. So one of the things that I wish I knew was I should prepare for every single eventuality. Prepare for minus temperatures, prepare for rain, prepare for snow, prepare for sun. Sun cream should always be packed. Yeah, sun cream should be packed. I personally enjoy it being 10,000 degrees in bloody September. Yeah, that was fun, that was. I did enjoy that. Floods at Empire, that must be one of those silly peasant ideas we don't see. Laughs in League. Oh, that's true. But we're quite lucky where we are as well, in Wintermark, because we're raised up, and all it flows down straight into the little drainage bits. So we're quite lucky there. You can all say, look at this above us as much as you want. I mean, I know that it's like what it's like up there. But then again, the Reapers, you are in a great position. I'm not going to lie. So I think that is something that I would love to have been more prepared for. And I think having that experience now, the great muddening of, was it year 1, where you could be having a conversation at the top of the hill, and then by halfway through the conversation you've slid most of the way down the hill. So we do get no wind, to be fair, so swings and roundabouts. Yeah, so I quite like where we are. I do. We've got hype train choo-choo. Yes. Drainage, you mean Varushka. For you, yeah. Was it Varushka and, well, you've got the theatre as well down there, haven't you? That's all the way down the bottom of the hill for you. But I think the weather is the big thing. Know what the weather's going to be like and prepare for all eventualities. That is going to be a massive thing. So that's the best that's a huge piece of advice that I wish I had. Hewitt, how are you doing, man? Hope you're good. So that's great. Then, so chat, feel free, jump in, any bits of advice that you wish that you knew ahead of time before turning up to an event as well. Of course, because we've got Carla's in chat as well. So any questions that you get, Carla, feel free. this is going to be a great time to ask, because there's a load of people watching. All good here. Hope everyone else as well. Everyone seems to be tired, mate. Really tired. That seems to be the common theme of this evening. So, yeah, I think that is a good one as well. January took forever. It seemed to, well, for me it flew by, but I think I had so much going on in January. For newbies, arrive on the Thursday if you can. If you aren't with a group, it will make your event. Yeah, Thursday is a big one. I think if you're on your own, knowing a lot of people, like everyone is in the Hefty fam anyway. So, okay, I'm going to pause my chat for a question for a second while I'll work my way through these questions. So yeah, so Thursday is a really good one, because if you're coming to an event and you're on your own, you can know people online. You can have been in my streams and seen me, and you'll talk to me. And if you see me in the field, you are 100% more than welcome to come over and say hello and introduce yourself. I actively encourage it, because saying hello to the first person saying hello to someone in the field for the first time breaks down a lot of barriers. Same icy as well. Just saying hello. So it's why I will always encourage people I see to start up by God, so they can walk into the field, and the first person you see, ask for directions to your nation, because that's your first IC interaction out of the way. And then you get to move on from there. And then the interactions will come easier, because then when you're in your nation, you ask where a certain group is, or if you're not in a group, you just say, hi, I'm new to Anvil. Can we do this, this and this? But OC, turning up on a Thursday, going into your nation, meeting a load of people, hi, it's my first time here. Do you mind if I come and sit with you? Or can I help you set up your stuff? Yeah. At the end of the day, where in my hall in Wintermark, we are always begging for people to come and help us set up, because we've got a lot to do. So Thursdays are a big thing, and then when the evenings kick in and that, and everyone's sat down by a fire and stuff, it's really good. It's really chilled, and it's a lovely time and a lovely place. So you'll meet a lot of people on the Thursdays, and there's no pressure to roleplay. So it's really, really good. So OC camping, all kinds tents allowed, am I right? Yes. If you are OC camping, you are going to be sleeping in whatever sort of tent you want. You are going to be, yeah, that's it. It's what you're sleeping in. So it's down to you how comfortable you are. So that's very much the key thing. Be comfortable, be warm, and be more comfortable. And also have about 200 pairs of socks with you as well. It's a great time. It's a great place. It's a wonderful time to live. So how do you prepare for the rain? I see. Cloaks are good. To be honest, I would always recommend having. It depends on the amount of rain for me. So if it's just going to be like drizzle and things like that, I have a cloak. I'll have a big hood. It's waterproof. I'm warm and cozy. If it's going to be absolutely torrential downpour and your boots aren't waterproof, something that I would recommend you do is to put on a pair of socks, carry a bag, another pair of socks, but you then tuck stuff in, because that will protect your feet. So you're not going to have the clamminess from the carrier bag being on the actual skin, but you'll have warmth and dryness and stuff. And then if you're treading through the all the water at the bottom of the league, it can get quite deep in places. There, they actually build a little bridge at one point as well. So there's a lot of stuff like that. But apart from that, I've seen people with like these parasol type things as well. So there's a lot of different ways of being prepared for the rain. Also, the best way to be prepared for the rain is if it's pouring down with rain and there's a communal tent that people have just stood at, they're not going to turf you out, and it's a good way of going over to meet people as well. So I have been in numerous tents where I've been holding tents up because of the rain and pushing water off of the roof as well. So seal skins, yeah, I've just seen that one pop up down the bottom there. So those sorts of socks are really good. It's this is why when it comes to the wet weather, because you can only get so wet as well. If you have a change of clothes and things, then you can put stuff out to dry as well. So we're quite lucky with us because we have a massive roof. Essentially, we can put stuff over things and hang it, and then the fire dries it all for us. This is why socks are so important. So when you get to bed at the end of the day, if it has been pissing down with rain and your feet are wet through, and you take your boots off, leave them to dry, put your boots elsewhere, leave them to dry, take your socks off, dry your feet, put a clean pair of socks on, because it will also keep you warm as well, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing too. So chat is now getting ahead of me, which is great. So let's see where we can go. I wish I knew how money works and the politics behind it. Oh, Tiny, we wish you knew how to do anything, mate. That's a joke. Money, politics, that's a completely different stream. So if you're a new player and you want to get involved in the economic game or the politics game, senators, aldermen, people like that, they are the best people to go and talk to right now. Trading, and it gives you someone to go and have a chat with. So yeah, that's about it really. Everything in game is an excuse to go and talk to people. So take time to breathe. Sadly, you won't be able to do everything because there aren't 100 hours in a day. Take your time and enjoy what you do. I'm 10,000% guilty of not following this advice and burning out. Yes. Yeah, definitely. Money is a good one. Okay, we'll talk. Okay. If more people are asking about money, then we will do it. Be a tourist for your first event. I would recommend not even being a tourist. I would recommend your first event. You're gonna have a rough idea of something you want to get involved in. Have an opinion on something, good or bad, doesn't matter what. If you don't know about something, ask. Okay, there are no. I mean, obviously, if you want to turn up and commit a crime, then knock yourself out. Chances are you might not have that same character at the end of the event. But what I would recommend is starting off by God. Walk in, get your first interaction out of the way, get to your group, to your camp. Miss Penna, we're going to touch on that. I will, 100% be touching on that one. So get those first interactions done. Then go on a tour of Anvil. Go to every single nation. Go and say hello. Find someone to have a chat with. Go and find a priest of your virtue that you want to follow, that you want to be part of. That is a great way to have interaction and get some game. Because if you think, okay, well, it's not, that virtue isn't what I thought, then you can go to see priests from other virtues and go and let them sell their virtue to you. That is a wonderful thing to do, actually, I reckon. I follow the way. I don't follow a single virtue. Why should I follow your virtue? That's really interesting. I might do that next event. Dedicated to loyalty. But yeah, I'm open. I'm open-minded. So I think that could be quite fun to do. So I reckon that is a good one. Money, resources, things like that. To be honest, I've got a really good stream that I did with Gallen and Smith. It should probably be looked at again because the trading is huge now in Empire. So I might have a chat with them both, see if we can get them both back on, even though Smith doesn't really do as much trading anymore. He's more of a, I suppose, a pirate captain now. Arguing with priests never goes well. It always goes well. Arguing with priests is wonderful fun. I love it. So, be a tourist. When people refer to time in being called, is it literally a call, a bell? Is it super clear, basically? Yes. You'll be sat potentially at your fire or at a group's fire, and then your people will just go, "Oh, what time is it?" And they say, "Oh, it's 6 o'clock." You'll hear people shout time in sometimes, and then that's it. And then everyone's in character. All the cars have gone. There are no more Genes in the field. There's no more trainers anywhere. It's game time. So it's really obvious when it's happening as well. Because you'll also hear the Navarre shout, standing. The Wintermark will shout moot. And all the other nations will shout whatever they do as well. So there's always big meetings for each nation. So in Dawn, because I think that's where you're heading off to, there will be a big national, well, I hope there'll be a big national meeting just to do things. And they generally introduce new players as well. So they will put a call out to say, if you're brand new, come and stand in the middle, wave. We don't have a big national meeting. Oh dear. Dawn should have a big national meeting. Most nations do. Oh. Well, what I can do, Carla, is you know Dawn already, so you'll be introduced to a lot of people anyway. So perhaps that should be so we'll make sure that you've met Dawn, and then obviously meeting people before the game and that as well, so you can then go. Don't start me. Right, let's not set Dawn off. Okay. So, but yeah, there is generally a call. So 20 rings to a crown, 8 crowns to a throne. That's the very basis of it all for when it comes to money as well. So that is worth knowing. When it comes to resources, there's a few publications that go out that give prices, but I want to say it, but I can't. There's a very much a find out in play thing around these publications that go out when it comes to the prices of things as well. I would always recommend going to someone who does trading and talking to them about all of this. Do it in game because it gives you the role play and it gives you the knowledge and it gives you someone who, if they are able to, yeah, it's all political. But that's all we're saying on it, all right? So to go and find someone who does trading in game, talk to them about the money, talk to them about the resources. The chances are they will say, here, take some resources, go off, sell it for this at the bare minimum, and anything you make over it, half the time they'll say you keep as your your commission for it. And that so I recommend coming down talking to us because I do a lot of trading now. I don't know why anyone trusts me to do it. We've also got Gallen who sits down in the pub as well, and he does so much trading. He really does, and it's a wonderful thing to watch him work. To be honest, he's really got the gift. So yes, there is that too. He said the line. What line? What line did I say? Don't forget the comfy fluffy socks for nighttime. Yep, definitely. They are great. If it has already been answered, I'll catch on the VOD, but what are the general facilities? So, bogs. There are, in Wintermark, there is a big, you can't miss it, we're camped next to it. In the top of Dawn, you have like portaloos on both sides of the fence. In Navarre, going up the path, there are some portaloos situated. On the top of Navarre, in the OC field, there are some porta cabin type toilets there. On the other side of the fence, behind the Marches and Varushka, there are some porta cabins as well. So there are portaloos scattered. There are toilets scattered all over the place. I wouldn't do trading at all. I wouldn't dare. He is a lying shit. So they've got the toilets all over the place. There is by the main gate to where you are, sort of in Anvil, essentially, where gate crews sit. That part of the field, there is a big building there that has toilets, that also has showers in it as well. And I am assured that earlier in the mornings, the showers are lovely and warm as well. So the showers are great. There are also showers up by God. The state of them, I wouldn't be able to comment on. Where I am in the field, people go to the other ones. So we'll have to see on that one. But there are toilets, there are showers as well. Food-wise, there are IC traders, there are OC traders when it comes to food. So you can take barbarian money in, and that they are fairly expensive. Though I'm not going to lie, not going to hide that one. They are fairly expensive. There are traders in the field, player caterers, I guess is the best way to describe them. We have the Chili Man, Rabbit, who does incredible chili. It's absolutely wonderful. There is also a pizza place in Wintermark as well. Chris does in Navarre. He does cheese toasties, and they are great. I think he charges like 5 rings for like a massive cheese toasty. It's so good. So there's loads of trade. There's loads of people all over the place. There are loads of pubs too. Don't start drinking early. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Buy a water bottle. Have it with you always. Keep it full. There are water pipes all over the field. There's always water as well. So if I'm going to say this now for everybody, that goes for crew. Crew are well aware of this. If you are struggling for food, for drink, you haven't sat down, or anything like that, you need anything at all, come to us as well. If you're in Wintermark and you're struggling, come to us. Come and sit down. We'll give you a drink. We'll give you something to eat. We'll basically set you back on the right track until you are able to sort yourself out properly. Okay? So we will always have something. We will be able to help you out. Alright? So please, never suffer in silence. If you are really struggling and something is that bad and there's a camp near you, always go over and ask. So I will do it if I'm really struggling anywhere. When it's been really hot, I think I was in Varushka, and I just went into the pub and I just said, "Have you got any water?" That's it, because I'm really struggling. And I think they poured me like 4 pints of it, and they were just like, they wouldn't let me leave until I drunk loads of water. So, who was that? I can't see that name right at the bottom. Steve, you have never forced me to eat and drink in the crazy heat. Honest. Yeah, Tiny. Yes, I fucking have, you lying little shit. So there is all of that. I just realised that I've hit 1,080 followers, a nice round number. That's wonderful. Thank you. So apparently not in Dawn. We need to crack on. We need that to happen. That has to happen because it helps all the new players. It helps them. It really, really does. I wrote the currency exchange thing in my notebook, which helped me for my first day. There is a table that I've seen as well. So, and that does help a lot. There is a ditty about money as well. Yeah, I don't know that one. You'll hear the Wintermark moot shout, yeah. Everyone talks about socks. Bring more pants. Definitely. I did have a chat with someone who, he will remain nameless, who has said that he goes along to an event, and when he gets there early, he doesn't then change his pants until like Sunday when he's at home. It's crazy. Personally, I live in a static caravan and basically a large garden field, so my whole life is good socks and boots. You're going to do really well, Carla. You bring pants. I also recently learnt the showers are actually pretty lush. Yes. Yeah, we're right next door. General camping advice. Good weather, bring... good... Bad weather, bring at least half again. Yeah. Yeah, so if it's going to be good weather, I recommend changes of socks so your feet are fresh. If it's bad weather, I recommend changes of socks so your feet are fresh. I recommend baby wipes as well to give, if you can't be asked to go to have a full shower, you can at least freshen yourself up. No one wants dirty or smelly bits. You heard me right. Looking at you here, Bolam. You dirty bit boy. So, yeah, it's very much a case of hygiene goes a long way. Also, deodorant. I know it sounds stupid, but you talk to people and go, yeah, you smell. Obviously, no one does that. But bringing some deodorant, making yourself smell nice, you feel fresh, you just feel better for it. It's good for your mental health, I will say. What's money? We're civilized in the league. Wow, maybe. You get to know a lot of people very quickly with trading. Yes, very, very much so. There's a lot of it that goes about. It is quite competitive. And that so, but you do get to know a lot of people. You'll know certain camps, you'll know groups and all of that. So it is really worth just wandering around. Even if you're determined, even if you just go, I'm going to sell this one resource in this nation, and you go, I'm just selling this one. Does anybody want it? And someone offers you a crown for something, then yeah, you've still done a little bit of trading. You've had a chat with people and stuff. Don't believe or trust anyone who says I don't get bleed. Everyone gets bleed. Take care of yourself when you get it. So, this is a big deal. Bleed is huge. Bleed is massive for me. You get bleed from anything. Positive interactions, negative interactions, romantic interactions, character death, character arguments, bleed. So this is where IC affects the OC, basically. So in that situation, if I am screaming and shouting at someone, when the interaction is done, I will always go and check on that person. Always. 100% of the time. Because I don't know if they have been able to handle it. And I can safely say 8 times out of 10, they've not handled it very well. And it always makes things better when afterwards I've gone up to them just to say hi. It's just sort of like gone, hi, at character, are you okay? And they've gone, no. More often than not, they're like a little bit of a cry, and then you have a chat. Everything gets sorted, and you just to say, look, it's not a personal issue. I don't dislike you. And then you iron it all out, and then more often than not, it's a discussion on how things will get sorted, because that's what people need. They need to know the end goal. So having that where you can turn around, it's like with horror. I know a lot of people with horror films will say, how does it end? Does the person die at the end? Is the person caught at the end? Because they need to know that. It's that little bit of closure, you know? So having that as a bit of a backup is a really wonderful thing. And getting into the habit of just checking in with people is a really good thing. Because I know that if a couple of people came along and decided, yeah, we're just going to murder your character. If you'd had a character for a long time, murdered your character, and then they walked off just laughing about it as if, we just did it, I'll be fuming. If they came in to check on me, I'd still be angry. But they've done the decent thing, you know? So, always check in. Bleed is a big thing. If you are struggling with your mental health for any reason, really go and speak to someone. Find someone you know or anything like that. Come and find me. I will always sit down and talk to people. Okay. It's alright, Pete, don't worry. I will always happily sit down and talk to people if you're struggling. Okay? Character death sucks. I'm not going to lie. After my last character death, I cried my eyes out. It sucks. It hurts. Because you are giving over something of yourself in game. That's what roleplay is. So, if someone says they don't suffer from bleed, they're lying. Basically, everyone gets affected by this game in one way, shape, some way. Okay. Bleed is positive as well. So it's always a good thing. But yeah, Miss Burnout is 100% correct. We are a couple minutes walk away. Navarre and OC Camping are closest. Yep. I read enough of the Winds wiki that if you need opinion suggestions, I can assist. Bolum is amazing to chat to about this. To get involved in any part of the game that you want to. I mean, I can advise to an extent. Bolum is an expert. Really, really is. So I would always recommend that. Perhaps we should do a stream then when the Winds come out. We can sit down and go through them, Bolum. I think that would be quite interesting. It might also help people. Where are we then? Let's keep going. If you argue with priest, oh my god, I'm barely caught up. Sometimes the egregore will shout it out in the middle of camp. I think I don't go to them anymore, but I think the new player moot, where they just say these people are new, they call everybody, the new players in, just to say, look at these people, they are new, help them if you can. I think it goes such a long way. I think it settles the nerves, and I think when people, because I think, it might be League. I think it might be League where they say to the new players, right, do you want to do this? There's a group over there. If you want to do this, there's a group there. If you want to do this, there's a group there. And these are all the people who deal with all of those sorts of areas. So that's the sort of thing that you want to get involved in. And I really think that all nations should have this initial meeting right at the beginning. Varushka does it as well. It might be Varushka I'm thinking of, to be honest. I think probably is Varushka. The Debutantes Ball is in the League, yeah. So I know doing the new player thing at Moot helped me and my friends to start to calm into things. It's a really good thing. It really is, because if someone is in the new player thing and they're turning around saying, I really want to get involved in the drugs game, that'll pique my interest for a start, and I can just say, ooh, let's go and have a chat. Or come over, sit down in this pub by this fire and have a nice warm chat with me. Stuff like that. So it's all good. So I think a few people, yeah, I really do think Dawn is too individualistic. It sucks. It sucks. Dawn is competitive. The nobles are competitive with each other. So what is a better way of being competitive with each other is if everybody who is new to the nation is there, and all the noble dawns are all the dawns. Oh, for fuck's sake, English, Steve, do you speak it? All the nobles in Dawn are stood there in front of all of these new people, and they get to have a conversation with them all about why perhaps their house is better than everyone else. It's a great bit of dick swinging and a dick swinging competition, but amongst all the nobles. But that's yeah, and besides the wiki, I'm not gonna get onto that. I'm not gonna get onto it. But yeah, my thoughts are every nation should do it because it is a yeah perfect time to parade yourself. Dawn should bloody do it. No, if I was coming your fucking egregore, they would be. Sorry, that's me having a whinge. Helen, cut that out. It's a whole thing. It's a massive thing, and I think it would be great. Does Brass Coast? Yes, they do. I'm pretty sure Brass Coast do. I'm pretty sure. Helen, cut that out button when. Yes, I know, right? That would be massively needed. I'm pretty sure that majority of the nations do it. Pete, you're watching. You're in the Brass Coast. Do they have a big national meeting? Right. Carla's bringing out the big guns now. So, big national meeting is 30 minutes after time in the centre of the camp. There we go. So, Brass Coast do it. I know Varushka do it, League do it. So, Dawn must be the only one that doesn't. I know Urizen do it. So, it must be only Dawn that doesn't do it. Oh, that sucks. So, Heresy. How to subtly find the Heresy game without getting executed first event. So, I'm going to nip this rumour in the bud immediately. To get executed for Heresy is really, really difficult. So difficult. Because you have to be adamant and really, really push on through. And there has to be so many meetings to find you a heretic. And then to get executed for it is difficult. Really, really difficult. So, yeah. Heresy is a difficult one to get executed for. How to get involved in Heresy? There is no one way of getting involved in Heresy. Finding people, well, listening into conversations is a good way. Slowly getting involved in it by, well, doing it as well will help as well. But Heresy is generally quite a lonely game. Unless there's a big group of you who all decide to be heretics, in which case then it's your group's game. So I am aware of a fair few heretics in game. I know there's OC, not IC. And they love it. They really enjoy it because they get to be cheeky sods in the game and they have a lot of fun with it. So yeah, so there is that as well. But Heresy, argue with priests about it. Bring it up as a topic. It's not heresy if you're just asking a question. Questions aren't heretical at the end of the day. I mean, I know someone who referred to themselves as a god because they could do magic. That's heresy. So they didn't get executed for it. They just got told off. But they had a little bit of a chat too. But that was it. And they corrected the error of their ways. 3 people. Urizen's not the smallest nation anymore. Okay, so if you're playing it reasonably, then it's unlikely to blow up in your face immediately. Exactly. The old favourite heretic took them 6 games to get executed, and they were trying. Yes, exactly. They were trying. I know. I mean, there have been 2 people who have actively tried to get executed for heresy, and it took them a year and a half and over 2 years. And they were actively trying to get executed for it. So it's great. It's a lot of fun. I mean, my character. So Cal, currently, I don't mind talking about this plot because I think it's very interesting. I have been accused of being a heretic, and that's because I want to find the creator and talk to. I want to find God and talk to her. Basically, and I say her because in my eyes, Alanis Morissette is actually God. If you've seen Dogma, you know what I'm talking about. So I think that's very much a fun part of the game, and I'm enjoying those interactions with it because I've had lots of conversations with priests about it, and it is a lot of fun. To relate to money in game terms, 5 to 10 rings will get you a pint of beer. Yeah, I am so far back on chat. This is bad. Hey Ben. Oh, maybe I'm not. No, yeah, I am. Shut up and get back to work. Okay. So I'm late. We're doing bath time. How are you and the boys? How are they doing? On loose, most of the rows of blue portaloos now have a disabled one, which is double the size, which is good. Yes, there are toilets in OOC camping as well. I forgot to mention. So OOC by Wintermark, OOC by Highguard, I think it is. Or is it Dawn? I can't remember. That other part of the field by a frightful nation. And OOC all the way up in the top corner past the league. I struggled to fit into the nice ones near Wintermark in full kit. A lot of us do. So some toilets also have sanitary bins if you require them. Yeah, they do. The Jabberwocky is not bad for what you get. The God Lane showers are a bit rocky, but they work-ish. They're scalding early enough. The OC traders aren't terrible. It's just festival event prices. So if you're used to those, then it is what it is. Yep. Wintermark pizza is highly recommended. Very much so. A lot of the traders, there are vegan traders, vegetarian traders as well. I forgot to add. So they are all very, very good. Most toilets have a normal bin, at least, but they did introduce some sanitary bins. Issue is space, they can't fit them easily in the loos. No, I have been in the gents, and I've gone to I don't care. I've gone to have a shit, and just sort of like doors closed, bins there, so you're like this, so like, oh my god, I'm not doing that again. I'm really fat, and that so. But there are other toilets that are a little bit better suited. So if you are larger like me, so there is that as well. Steve, you have never forced me to eat doing the crazy heat. Yeah, okay. Do they tend to be the same ones each event, or do you need to find where they are again each time? Always in the same place, pretty much. If they are moved, it's not by much. If the toilets are changed themselves, they've only got better. Oh, actually, no. I prefer the ones before the ones that they've got now, actually, because they were bigger. So there is that. So there's loads. There are plenty of toilets. I mean, I don't actually mind the portaloos, to be honest. So PD in each nation has a couple of toilet attendants who will go in every morning to make sure it's got toilet roll, hand wash, and all the mod cons, basically. There are also sanitary supplies, I guess. I can't think of the right wording for it, so someone please tell me. Where in each nation there is like, well, I know it's definitely in Navarre, where they had things like sanitary towels, tampons, condoms, and things like that, just in case people need them, and stuff. So, but these are all player supplied. These aren't PD supplied. These were player supplied, which is a wonderful, wonderful idea. Navarre has really, I think, done so much to support players. Yeah, they are incredible as a nation. I miss Navarre. Let's put it that way. I really do miss Navarre. As a nation, I love them. So they've got all the lights. You've got Song and Stories time. You've got Song and Stories. All the woods are lit up at night. It's a great place. Loads of bars. They're fantastic. So I really do. Yeah, I really do recommend. First I've seen it. Let's keep on going. It's okay. We can name a shame Dolly. I've missed the context there now. I've moved on. I've spoken about something else, so I've forgotten. I want to feedback that a timing meeting would be useful for Dawn, but brain, I need to word it. I think a lot of people presume that the house will take care of them and will do this, but I don't think that's the best way. No, I agree. I don't think it is either. I think having a national meeting will mean that you've not got one house or one person or one little group, one little clique of friends or something that has essentially taken control of plot. I think that if everything is put out in the open just to say, we are doing this as a nation, this is all going remarkably well, this is not going remarkably well, this is what we need to improve on, this is what we are looking to build together, this is what we want to build together, I think it goes such a long way. Because at the end of the day, Dawn is... You're remembered in Dawn for your actions, and if your actions are individualistic and only benefit the group, your house, and not the nation, then you are going to be remembered as a selfish individual. I think that is, in an IC way as well, I think doing things for the nation means that you are a better person in Dawn, in the eyes of people in Dawn. So if people were saying, I've built this, 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 and this, and this, it's like, well, no one knew about it. The only people who remember it are your house. So were you doing it for recognition in your house or for the nation? Always the nation. Always the nation. I don't know why I whispered. But always the nation. So, but that's just my opinion on things in Dawn, okay? Do not take that as gospel. This is, in my eyes, just how it should be. I think purely on sign, yeah, it also shows who people are as well. Your senators, your generals, the people for magic, your egregores, yada yada yada. So good hygiene is not just for the body, it does wonders for the mind. Very, very much so. I think I'm catching up with... Am I catching up with chat? No, I'm still not up with chat there. When I was new, I was confused as it looked like I was the one. It looked like one was starting, but it was someone doing a spell. So we just sort of hovered awkwardly near people doing something. And oi, I'm always bloody washing. You can't be a rake without around town unless you smell Gert Lush. God dear. Also worth saying, running water in the toilets I see is a premium. Yeah, that normally runs out by mid-Friday, so no soap, only anti-bac from then. Yeah, that is true. Incense your icy tents. They tend to hold the smells in the summer. That's true. That is true. Helen's feet during events. Woo! I'm joking. It's normally my feet. Great way to set dress too. Yeah, the adulterer of the Napoleon wouldn't get far if he didn't wash. Is that what we're calling him now? Is he no longer the twat of Temeshwar? If someone is up for the mental crowdfunding on getting the wording right, I'd appreciate it. Even ups and downs between friends and allies can cause bleed. Very, very much so. I think, yeah, if people want to chuck it into the Discord about getting something to send to PD, I think it would be good. I'm probably going to ping someone a message about it as well, because I actually genuinely thought they had one. Got to grab my dinner. So yeah, I'm really not catching up with chat at all, am I? Character death sucks. See, I'm really not catching up with chat. Back right. Let's spin on for a bit. Come on, chat. Come on, Steve. Catch up with chat. Varushka do that as well. I know you're doing the new player thing. Moo helped me and my friends to start to calm. I know doing the new player thing at Moo helped me and my friends so much to start to calm into things. Yeah, English again. I can't speak it. So that's really cool. They'll never ask us to host the Debutantes Ball ever again. No, they won't. One of the reasons I chose to be a Weaver in Dawn was because Wiki says they are less individualistic. Yeah. Perfect time to bring... Oh, am I catching up? I am actually catching up, I think. I think I can see something at the top of chat there and there. I might just spin on into it, because we seem to have talked a lot about Dawn. Did come up with a group plan for a Dawnish house that had, shall we say, issues of faith built in for if we ever company wipe. That would be hilarious. Took 6 days. Yeah, executed for Heresy. I was worried about being vegan my first game, but there are loads of vegan food on the field, IC and OC. Yeah, there's loads. It's really good. If in doubt, ask. I would always say floor mat for your tent entrance. Yep, definitely. Like Helen said, I camp OC and have an old bath mat at my door. It really helps reduces the mud in my tent. I have caught up with chat. Well done, me. Yeah, so I think if you're going into a nation and they don't have the big moot type thing, the big meeting for everybody to come and get involved, I would always say quick fire view of the nations, possibly full of stereotypes. I can do that. I will say, if they don't do it and it's your first event, go and find the egregores. Go and have a chat with the egregore and just say, I'm new to Anvil. What the fuck is going on? And let them do it. So could we get a quick fire view on the nations, possibly full of stereotypes? Well, do you want the Steve stereotype on each nation? Or do you want my IC stereotype on each nation? I mean, I'm happy to do that. So, okay, we might need the button depending on how you portray some nations. Yes. Yes doesn't help. Hear it. Yes doesn't help. Do you want my opinion or my character's opinion? Or do you want both? I can do that. So... Yes, I speak fluent Newer. He means both. I mean, well, look at that. Look at that, both. Okay. So, if I picture the field in my head, so if you start up in the top left in the wood, so Navarre. So, Steve's opinion on Navarre, it's only a positive one, because the Navarre are really... can he name all 10 is the first question. Well, I'll be going around. I'll work my way around, so we'll find out. So, Navarre, so think your high elves, rangers and stuff like that, and then I might mix both opinions, to be honest, and then mix it with your dirty thieves as well. Not going to say that because it's rude, and it's very incorrect. I think the Navarre have the stereotype of being people who will, if you leave money on a table, they will steal it, as well. But they are a lot more honourable than that. They're very much about their history. They will stab you in the back. They will poison you. But they'll do it in a lovely way, and they'll probably tell you that they've done it. Minyakana. 10 people. Welcome. You have joined at the perfect time. I am about, when it comes to Empire, I am about to give a rundown on all nations within the Empire and my own personal opinion on all nations within the Empire. It's a mini and a digi. There's a mini digi. So I'm about to give my own opinion on all of the nations at Empire. You are welcome for this. This is quite easy because I'm very opinionated at Empire. So yeah, so Navarre, they will stab you in the back. They will poison you, but they'll be lovely about it. They'll be hospitable about it. They would have fed you first. But at least when you die, your boots are going to get used. So, no. Oh dear, that's excellent. Love that. So that's Navarre. So yeah, I think High Elves, Rangers, from Lord of the Rings. That's the sort of feel that you get from them. Then we go out of the field, working our way along. So we have League up the top bit. Now, they may dress like jesters. Just to say, they may dress like jesters. Some of them are jesters. Salt has an amazing hat, though. I have to say this because it is a wonderful, wonderful hat. So does Dolly. So they have all of that. They all wear masks, which is just weird. So half the time you can't recognise the person when you go looking for them again because it's just weird. They are all about the bravado. They are all about the performance. They are all about one-upmanship as well, I will say. Some people in the League I would trust. Some people in the League I don't trust. The Reapers are currently split, I'd say 60-40 for me. Which way I lean? Well, we all know which way I lean. But apart from that, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you which one is which. I just tested my vigilance and they didn't even pass the test. Excellent. Well done. Yes, I lean to the left. Very much so. So, yeah. So that is the League. They are French, Italian Renaissance era in a look to them. The masks are part of their hearth magic. It's all about... backwards. Yeah, it's all about giving the masks basically a split personality, to put it basically as I can. League is full of hot pants and or shenanigans. Yes, but that's just Andy. Italian, German, Portuguese, Eastern Europe. Yeah, Renaissance. So wonderful, wonderful look. They have a theatre, which is great fun as well. I do love going to the League. So, move on to... Oh, also, Seawolf cider is fantastic. But it is pond water compared to the 2 feet cider. Just saying. Moving on from... there you have the marches in the top right. Marches are, Old English, essentially. That's pretty much it. They're farmers. They're the sort of... They're people who work the land. Very honest, very open. They love a potato. Every nation is their smut is about people. Their smut is about vegetables. That tells you everything you need to know about them. So there is a lot of that up in the marches, but their billhook block when it comes to fighting is great, and they will always tell you the truth. I've never met a marcher who lies. I'm not saying there aren't any out there, but the ones I've met have always told me the truth. So there's a lot of that. Then if you head down by the hedge, you'll have Varushka down there. Varushka, I think, a mixture of, I suppose, Russian folklore and The Witcher is a good way to describe it. They are very very hospitable. As long as you aren't taking the piss or rude, they are very hospitable. Even if they want to yeet you out on your ass, they will still give you a sandwich and send you on your way, because that is the good thing to do. Got Dash, hope you have a good evening. You too, mate. Look after yourself. Well, I'll see you on Saturday. Tips of staying OC. I'll pause chat for myself. And then we'll come to that. Yeah, so you have the path. So basically, monsters are a real thing in Varushka. Do something stupid, we might die. Yeah, walk off the path, we might die. It is worth going into Varushka to ask them about their hearth magic, to ask them about the monsters that lurk out there, the Volodny and people like that. It's very interesting. I love Varushka, I really do. They're a great nation. Sorry, I had the hiccups there. So Varushka are like that, but they are also quite insular as well. When it comes to traders, they are a very wealthy nation, but the downside is that some of their traders, who are only ever used to dealing with each other, are dumb, and they don't know what price means what, and the like, you know. So there are things like that too. So then you cross over the way, and you have is that Highguard there? Or is that Urizen? No, it's Urizen there, isn't it now? So you have Urizen. So Urizen are so Urizen are essentially they're the most magical nation, essentially. It's all about perfection. They have poise, which is all about the way you carry yourself, and stuff. If you can get a hug from someone in Urizen, you have done well. That's the way to look at it. That's the way I look at it, anyway. It's good to poke fun at them. There are certain comparisons that have been drawn with Urizen that are really, really racist. So really avoid it, okay? Because it's not wanted, it's not needed. We don't want that in our game, okay? Especially in the current climate of the world, okay? I will say that. Go and talk to. I would say this. I mean, the best way to describe Urizen is to tell people to go and talk to them. The role players in Urizen are phenomenal. They are really, really good. They've done a great job in getting the Empire to hate them. So, yeah. By the elves of Lord of the Rings. Lord of Rings Yes. So I do have a soft spot for Urizen. I really do. They are a nation I tried to join with my last character, and I lasted about 3 hours with them. So yeah, wizards in their towers and mountains, very much so. Yeah, Urizen are great. If you are first time at Empire, go and chat to Urizen. Just do what I did actually. I just went, I don't know anything about you, and they sit you down and go, oh okay, oh yes, it's your mountain now, isn't it? Yeah, just go and say you don't know anything about them, and they will tell you, and it's really good. It really adds to the roleplay, and it really gets people to know their own nations as well. So, yes, that's Urizen. High Guard. High Guard are Germanic, Teutonic knights by look. Urizen was my first choice, but the group wants Wintermark. I can understand it. Wintermark is an easy one to fit into, kit and costume wise. All I would say, fill my puddle. All I would say is when you're playing in Wintermark, use it as an excuse just to get used to the game. Also, go over to Urizen, talk to them, have a chat, see what their game's like. Because you can then, if you're bringing your group over to Urizen, and it looks like you'd have more fun there, then there is nothing stopping your group from then going, let's move to Urizen. That's all I'd say. So yeah, I would really recommend. I really recommend that. So yeah, so that's Urizen. You've got Brass Coast, fancy pirates. That's how I'd describe the Brass Coast. They are pirates who actually pay you back. As well, they love contracts. Some of them are good in a fight, some of them aren't. I do like the Brass Ghost. Then you have Dawn. Yep, that's enough about Dawn. We've spoken about Dawn a lot. Dawnish are knights who believe in glory. Glory at the moment for Dawn seems to be how many of us are going to die in this battle. So there is that too. After that, they're very individualistic. If you deal well with one house, you're not going to necessarily deal the same with a different house because it's all very different. So there's a lot of different things there. Yeah, Dawn is an interesting one. It's a weird one. I tend to only deal with one house in Dawn. The rest are an unknown quantity, to be honest, at the moment. I have had dealings with plenty of houses in Dawn, but if I had to pick one, there's only one house that I would actually go to in Dawn. So yeah, there is that. Too. So that's Dawn. Then obviously you've got Wintermark. We are Vikings, but we're not Vikings. But we are Vikings, but we're really not Vikings. We're also Swamp Witches and Seal People too. So the Seal People are great. Not really. The Calavesi, the Swamp Witches, they are wonderful. They're by far the best. And then you've got the rich Vikings, not Vikings, who turn up and claim all the credit even though they turned up late. So, there's all of that too. So, it's all great fun. Then you go Imperial Orcs. They're a solid nation. They're a nation that are built from the ground up. They are. If they tell you they're going to do something, they'll do it. If they don't like something, they will let you know. The Orcs are a really solid nation. The downside to the Orcs is if it's really hot, you have to wear a mask and you will melt. But they do have the cold tent, which you can go into and go in, take your mask off, and you'll cool down. There's water everywhere. They look after each other in there. It is really, really good. We are hospitable because if we aren't, we might die. That's Varushka. So yeah, so that's all the nations. Yeah, that's all the nations. Okay, right, let's catch up with chat again. Tips for getting and staying IC. Have only done tabletop. This is a huge concern for me. I promise you that when you start role playing, when you're getting into it and you are your character, you're in your full kit, you're walking around, it's quite easy to stay in character. People do drop out of character, and if they have to drop out of character because of, for any reason, it's quite easy once it's done to just start up a conversation on something in character, and do that. So I find that if the conversation has become OC and we want to get it back into something IC, you just start a conversation about something in character, and then it leads to that whole thought process, and you'll just get back into it quite quickly. Walk off the path, we might die. Do something stupid, we might die. Yeah. Have something in your kit that is something you wouldn't wear. OC. Find my necklaces. Once I put them on, keeps me IC. With all the jangles and weight. Yep. Yeah. So also, Puddle. If you want to change nations, PD are great at doing it. So you go and speak to if you want to take your character from Wintermark to Urizen to change nations, speak to the Wintermark egregore. Chances are they will have a little OC chat with you as well, and then they will then go and have a chat with the Urizen egregore, and they will just get stuff done. So for me, when I changed nation, it was very, very quick, because it was my first event as this character in Urizen, and I was miserable. At that time, Steve did not fit in Urizen. I was absolutely miserable. So I literally just said this, and they said, okay, we'll get this sorted. And I think it took like 2-3 hours, and I was in Navarre. So there's plenty there. Jip Prob. If you are writing a travel guide, what would you say is the one can't miss thing in each nation, e.g. theatre for the league? So yeah, theatre for the league. I would say the festivals in all nations, in each nation, all of their festivals, because they are all great. They are all worth doing. I'd visit every single pub, a pub in every nation, because it's all about the interactions. The big thing that I get from the game is I want to hear stories. So if you have visited every single pub in every single nation, you will hear a lot of stories there. And LARP is about stories. It's the stories that you are going to get when you've done your first event, second, third, fourth event. It's the story of your first time in battle. It's the story of your first skirmish. It's the story of the first conversation you've got. It's all about the stories. So if you are going into every single nation, so going to the theatre to do something like that, there's the Boar's Head. You've got, is it the Sovereign's Head as well in Varushka? There's the new one at the top of the marches, which is really good. In Highguard, I would recommend going. There's a chapel in the middle of a roundabout in Highguard. I'd recommend going there as well, just to have a look. There's also one of the groups in Highguard has got some statues carved. They are insane. They are so good. So it's worth going there. The Glory Square in Dawn is worth going to when there's competitions on, there's tourneys and things like that, because it gets you get to see what the nation is like. They're very proud of that sort of stuff in Dawn. They're just not so good on getting, being a nation, it seems, at the moment. Urizen, always go to, just talk magic in Urizen. Ask them about poise. There isn't a I wouldn't say in a lot of nations there is a specific thing that you should go and see. Like the national the holidays and stuff like that are great. The pubs, going to see certain things. So witnessing the Dunnings getting up in the morning for battle is a sight, because they do it well. Song and story in Navarre is a big thing, but that's something I would recommend everyone in the Empire does. Hummy goes and witnesses that. So there's a lot of stuff. So same with the theatre in the League. I would also recommend, if you ever catch wind of someone doing a Whispers Through the Black Gate in the Regio, going to do that. So if you don't know, a Whispers Through the Black Gate is when someone's dead character is brought back for 15 minutes. And it's normally so that they can relay some information, or they can say goodbye because they didn't get a chance to. So there's a lot of reasons. 9 times out of 10, it's emotional. And it really, it's a really nice thing to watch. So I've done it once, and thankfully, not a dry eye in the house. It's great. It was really, really good. So yeah, military council for about 3 minutes and stuff. I'll be leading Whispers on Friday. Nice. So yeah, so there's going to be a lot of things that you can and should witness like that, I think. Yeah, PD are really good at swapping the nations. Love a bit of Saxons. Yeah, that's all Wintermark. Well, when they pay. One tip I did give for each nation: look at what they are not. Ironically, it tells you what stereotypes they're closest to, which can get your head in roughly the right place to then read the rest and help you avoid pitfalls. Yes, definitely the what they are not. Because it means that you avoid those sorts of things as well. Just remember, some egregores will make you work for it. I think if you've had a character there for a few events or for a few years or something, and then you are doing it, then yeah, it will take a while. It took me a year to move Mac from Navarre to Wintermark, and that was gut-wrenching. Absolutely gut-wrenching. It was something I wanted to do, but it was the way the egregore did it was absolutely heart-wrenching. So in Navarre they have the Great Dance, and when I moved from Navarre over, and the Navarre egregore, she took my hand. She said, "Right, one final dance," and then we had a little bit of a spin, and she just said, "No." She says, "You can't dance anymore." I was just like, oh. And you could see everybody around who was watching the interaction were just like, ooh. It was just like, it was horrible. It was absolutely heart-wrenching. And then she just said, "But if you do ever find your dancing feet again, you are more than welcome to come back and finish the dance." And it was great interaction. It was so good. It was so good. Yeah, it nearly broke me. I thought, did I answer that question? Yeah, I did answer that question, didn't I? Is it the Drunken Goose at Navarre? The Drunken Goose is great. The Drunken Goose is really good. It's a really chilled place. I really like it there. CJ Dubs, fully due. Thank you for the follow. My first Empire and LARP after a 10-year hiatus will be E1. Can't wait for it. That's awesome. That's great. Welcome back. Really, welcome back. It will be the only advice I could say is take it slow. Don't rush into it. Just take it slow. Are you coming on your own, or are you with a group of friends? Most common new player mistakes to avoid. There isn't. if you make a mistake, own it, and 10 times out of 10, the person you've made a mistake with will go, yep, we'll forget it. And then you move on. That's it. Don't avoid anything. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. So, yeah, I would say just own it and move on. The best thing you can do as a LARPer, as a human, as a person, is learn from your mistakes. And I mean this as someone who has made many, many mistakes in my life, and I've owned every single one of them. If I make a mistake, I will admit it and move on. So I would always just say, you aren't going to make mistakes. You'll make an error and it will be moved on from. You're not going to do anything where people are going to go, execute you, kill your character. That's not going to happen. All I would just say is, don't worry, chill. And if you say something in character that you know is wrong, and they give you a look like, just go, no, that's wrong, sorry, I'm new to Anvil, can we forget it? They'll go, yeah. And then you just move on. It's really good. It's really friendly. So, Carla, really don't worry. Okay? I promise you. Not enough socks. Well, yeah, there is that. Don't try and do literally everything. Pace yourself. Oh, I suppose, yeah, in that sort of way of things, then OC, just chill. Don't try to do everything. Like Maury said as well at the beginning, pace yourself. Don't do everything in one day. Bring a torch for the night, for the evenings. Relax. Go slow. And do one thing at a time. Because that's all you need. That's all you need. And it's a really great way to get involved in stuff as well. Go slow. Really go slow. You don't fail at the game if you don't go to every single meeting. Yeah. Thank you. So many old faces I used to play with, partly friends, partly meeting up with old faces that have been doing Empire since the very first game. Yeah, I am one of those faces. I've been Empire since the very beginning. But no, I'm glad that you're coming back, and I'm glad you're seeing friends. It'll be like you've never left. I guarantee it. E2 will be my first Empire and LARP. Exciting. That's wonderful. That's absolutely awesome. What nation are you going into? Same for you, Jez. I mean, what nations? What are we doing? I love to know this stuff. It's Varushka. Lovely. That'll be great. It's great to see so many new faces. Yeah, there's loads. It's great. I love it. I fucking love this. I really do. Have you and Brass Coast? That's amazing. Have you got kits sorted? Do you know what sort of characters you're playing? Oh my god, I'm meant to be doing things to help you lot, but I'm more interested in what your characters are doing. I'm joining Navarre. First event will be E3 as part of a striding of 5 newbies. That's awesome. You're going to have a great time. All of you are going to have a wonderful time. I know you will. If you join the Discord and you need any help with anything, then we do it. I try to do like competitions as well. I think I've given away like tents, weapons. Hell, I've even done 200 quid kitting people up as well. So, you know, really, really try to do as much as I can. It's all about helping people. I've missed stuff, haven't I? Yeah, there's the links. It's all being made for me at the moment. Adult with adult money means I get to do what I always wanted to do when I was under 40. Yeah, I know that feeling all too well. I mean, how old am I? Hun, how old am I? 42? No, I'm 43. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, but yeah, you get yourself kitted out, you get all of that. Oh, Maury, thank you. That's really generous. But yeah, anything like that. It's any questions and all this. It's oh, and to Shaz as well. That's really generous of you, Maury. Thank you. What else have we got? What things are things anyone can observe, and what things are like the Hall of Worlds, very specific groups can attend. So yeah, Hall of Worlds is a specific thing. You have to be a magician to go in there. Geez, I've just noticed the time. Sorry, hun. You can watch whatever you want. You can go to any meetings. You can go to Senate. You can go to the Military Council. You can walk around all the nations, listen into their meetings if you want to. So yeah, it's really good. It's a really wonderful thing to watch. Is the Reggio for the magic and stuff, the dramaturgy, because it's a great thing to see. Already on the vast and everyone there is incredible. I'll be joining yours too. Wonderful. That's awesome. Very new to Discord. I'd only joined it a couple of years back, and I've built all of it. Not Discord, but all of my stuff. Basically. Oh dear. 42, went all in with kit, icy tent and yeah, threw budget to the wind and thought I'd enjoy myself again. Yeah. Love it. That's what I want to hear. Only do it if you can afford it. But yeah, caution to the winds. Throw yourself in face first. Enjoy the hobby. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. I love to do these. I love to do streams where I do like reverse Q&As, where I'll get brand new players on stream to chat about their characters, about their nation, the groups, any questions that they have, and they can ask chat everything that they need. So if you're new and you're up for doing something like that as well, Carla is going to be coming on at some point to do it because she's coming off to Dawn. But yeah, it's if you fancy doing something like that, I'm more than happy to have everybody on, to be honest. Bolam, if you're up for doing a new player Q&A as well, I know that you struggle with Empire. If you're up for it, then you could be. I'm more than happy to have you on, to help you into the game. Hefty Discord was the first I'd ever chatted on. They're a lovely bunch. They are very friendly. Get used to saying good morning all throughout the day. Apothecary from Feroz. Apothecaries are great. So Phil H001, that's my wife Helen. She is apothecary extraordinaire. So apothecary friend. What is the political structure? How impactful is it for a new player? You get as involved as you want to. If you want to do politics, go whole hog. Really get involved. Thank you for the follow. Love it. So yeah, if you want to get involved in politics, then speaking to your nation's senator and that doesn't really affect new players. The only really thing that affects a new player is you as the player. There are stuff that goes on around you that you can't really impact, but the more that you get to know groups, people and things like that, the more fun you'll have. If you want to be a politician in the game, maybe a senator, then going and speaking to all the senators, their proxies, speak to other nations, just so you get more of an idea of what's going on, then it's sorry, but just you can't see the two fingers pointed in your general direction, but they are there. That was it, wasn't it? That's what you're doing right now. That was you got it. I know it is. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff like that. So I'd recommend doing things like that. If you want to politic, you can go far. Having the ability and desire to talk to people is a serious skill. 100% up for do it. That's awesome. Awesome, Jez. Making my kit 56 years. Nosy and honest with it. Perfect. Love it. Absolutely love it. Once E1 is over and done with, would be great to do something like that. I mean, I do ones where it's like I do like the before and after. So I get a group of brand new people on. So we have a chat with, say, 2 or 3 people before an event, and then we say what you're looking forward to, what your hopes, and all of that. And then I do it afterwards as well. And then we go, right, so what happened? And then it's completely different. Everything has changed. It's a fantastic thing. And soon to be Autumn Wizard as well. Yes, you are. Terrible with people, but I love to watch and read and just try to understand how it's all run. You'll do well in politics then. You'll do really well. An easy way to get involved in politics of a nation is to have a voting resource for your nation in the event you join. Yeah. So they all have... Every nation will have a different thing. So it's worth knowing for each of your nation. And then just like that, you're PvPing. I have one. As a new player, you should know sometimes established players get things wrong, embellish, waffle, lie for their own gain. I've forgotten the point I'm making. No one perfect. Shut your face. Yes, I will get to that. I'm gonna make a big point that I want everybody to really take on board as well. The priest game is a lot more political than I thought it would be, and I love it. It definitely sounds like fun. Shall I drop you a message on Discord? Perfect. That sounds good to me. I got lots of messages on Discord, it looks like. So I will say this as well. In character, don't expect everybody... As Helen has just stolen my point, players lie. Players lie. Characters lie. They will embellish. They will make stuff up. If you believe everything that you are told, there's going to be a huge amount of lies in there somewhere. It's very much allowed. It's very much part of the game. Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah, I know the point you were getting at, Joe, yeah. So all I would say, characters will lie. They will lie to your face. They will lie to keep you interested. They will lie to get your vote. They will lie for any reason, any multitude of reasons. And they can lie about anything. So... Wait, people lie? I know, Saul. I know, it's sad. So I would say, with all of this, it's worth bearing that in mind as well. So whether or not you can think to yourself, whether or not you can trust the person you're talking to. But this is all the stuff that you'll pick up in game. There are some people out there who will say... you're new to Anvil, so I get to lie to you to try to get you on side. And there are people out there who will say, you're new to Anvil. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Pro tip, if you think someone is lying, ask them if they're lying. And if they say no, then they're totally trustworthy. People also lie to themselves. Yeah, there's a whole thing. Oh, dear. Play Charles and Eddie. Would I lie to you, baby? Would I lie to you? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it's a big thing. It's why we love LARPing. It's why I love LARPing, not the lying. The stories is the big thing. And I love to hear people's stories. I love to chat to everybody. And I love to chat and hear what everyone's got up to. I really, really do. Ask everyone in my hall. It's like, right, we're trying to do this. Where's Steve? He's chatting to people. Not even in character yet. Where's Steve? We need to do this. Where is he? He's chatting to everybody. It's just a big thing. I love to hear the stories. I love to hear what people got up to. If you see me at E1, please come over and say hi. I love to meet people and I love to chat. It's great. It really is. So I normally try to stream for like an hour and a quarter and everything like that. So for those who... But I'm getting more energy back. I don't know if people could tell. I'm actually awake. I'm not falling asleep at the end of a stream anymore. So surgeries have obviously done wonders for me. I'm doing great. But I am going to call it, because it is a school night, and my wee one was off school today. She was exhausted from all of her school productions of Shrek. We have Steve back. We're getting Steve back slowly but surely. So, there's lots of stuff to do, and I want to do more stuff this year. New year, new Steve, be afraid. Yes. Yes, that is exactly it, Bolam. Are you looking forward to the Reapers this week? Also, I will say, so glad the surgery went well. Me too. I'm so glad. New Steve, be very afraid. Yes, really is. I am chaos incarnate. Be great to see some of you this weekend. Only 2 tickets left. If you wanted to go to the Reapers, I know of someone who has a spare ticket. If you need to go, everyone needs to go, then please reach out to me and I can put you in contact. Okay? So, there's 1 ticket, and it is this Saturday. So, I cannot wait for the Reapers. I'm really looking forward to it. All I'll say is if you see me there and you see me walking around a lot, please make sure I sit down. That's about it really. So yes, we have all of that going on. Now then, the big thing. Just a tad excited. I genuinely am. Oh my god, there's loads of people streaming. Why do I have 3? So my channel, there's a long story behind the party potato. I don't follow Ollie Facey. Show the potato. Oh yeah, potato. So we have these. What is Ollie Facey's Twitch thing? But yeah, there's a big story behind the party potato, and you all get points basically that you can spend on stuff. I need to do more for it. Zotan 79. There we go. Like, hydrate. I haven't touched my water at all. That's really bad of me. Why isn't it? Oh, there it is. That's good. Right. So, thank you everybody who is new to Empire, everyone who's followed, everyone who has subbed and stuff. At some point, Shaz, the potatoes will get you stuff to do on stream. I need to sit down and fix it all, really. Yeah, you can highlight messages as well on the stream so I can see them easier. So we're going to go and raid Oliver Facey, go and give him some love. Dan has 60,000 potatoes. So 106,000. Yeah, I need to make stuff up so people spend potatoes, basically. Yeah, so going to go and give him some love. And I'll see you all on Friday for the next stream, hopefully. Join the Discord. Much love to you all. Oh, I need to click on it, don't I? And then it's going to give me... So, yeah, so... Oliver Facey is one of the magistrates and also one of the photographers as well. Fill My Puddle. Thank you for following. So, go and give him some love. Much love to you all. Look after yourselves. Any questions, feel free to ask in the Discord. Mwah. Take care, you all. Bye-bye.